where SEN could be and when he could have. Hyun had a stronger army. It allowed him to win that game. Introducing our players down here in the bottom right from Taiwan, playing since the early days of Brood War. He is SEN. And in the upper right side of our map, from Korea, one of the best Roach players that there's ever been. Amazing when it comes to his Roach tactics. He is Hyun.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, I am wondering if it's going to be pool first or hatch first for both these guys. I don't think that the super early parts of the builds there were as important as when the moment when SEN opted to not go for upgrades and instead a Roach Ling timing, whereas Hyun, I think he actually had a better build there and better tactics. Hyun was actually ready to control his opponent in case something like what SEN was doing was coming, but if not, then he still had a plan for the late game.
Yeah, that is true, Tasteless. The Lings bought him a lot of time. That's really where it went wrong for SEN. He had to defend that third hatchery. He was really afraid of trying to move out with his slower Roaches and just taking a lot of damage, and then the Lings coming back to barely hold his attack. That would have been really, really painful. So, really good tactics from Hyun, like you were saying. He's playing fantastically, but I think SEN is as well. He almost had that game. He chose a very strong strategy, a very decisive strategy, and that's what you need to do to be great at ZVZ.
I got to say, you're 100% right with that. We have not seen a lot of Zergs do the same thing that Hyun's doing. That seems to be really the way he plays the game. Powerhousing Lings into just having better Roaches and not worrying about teching beyond that.
Yeah, it's really cool, actually. It's
you wouldn't think in this phase of StarCraft 2 people could still get away with just specifically gunning for something like that, but he is doing it better than anybody we've ever seen do it before.
That's right. I'm having a blast, as you said, the microcosm of this tournament. I feel like ZVZ changing a little bit. You know, there's been some various tournaments with a decent amount of ZVZ in it recently. Like we've seen the advent of mass Roaches into Roach Baneling.
Yeah,
we
that's
didn't
another
get to see
technique.
that yet at this tournament. We saw people almost doing it earlier on yesterday, but this tournament is much more about these mass Zergling attacks into the upgraded Roaches.
Let's see exactly how SEN tries to play the mid game here for ZVZ. Because we already saw him try to go for that timing, and Hyun had clearly dealt with that before.
Yeah.
He knew exactly when to book it out of there with the Lings, exactly when to engage that army. And he certainly seemed to have enough. In fact, you know what's funny about it is Hyun probably would have held that attack. Yeah, had SEN just attacked into the army instead of the hatch too. I think Hyun still wins that last game.
Yeah, he was standing in the perfect spot, like between the hatch and between that little divot in the ground where nothing can stand.
Yeah.
Like kind of walling off his units so the Lings wouldn't be as powerful. Like everything about how Hyun held it was really perfect. Oh.
Damn.
Nice. Nicely
done there, SEN. Keeping Hyun in the dark this game, and it looks like he's going to send that drone out to get a third hatchery right after that scout is killed.
And there we go, 100 gas.
And Ling speed starts.
All right, so will SEN go for the same strategy again? I actually wouldn't be that surprised because that strategy could have possibly won. You know, he had a hard time at that third base with Hyun running around with the Lings. This map would be a little bit easier to defend that because it's a longer way to run around with those Lings. So maybe he's going to go for that. Let's wait and see if he throws down any Evos, SEN does or not.
I feel like SEN's going to have some Evo play coming up here in this series. I don't think SEN can win with just timing attacks. I mean, after seeing the way that Hyun looked in that last game, Hyun's looking very scary in the late game. By the way, here we go again. Double Evo chamber.
I don't think SEN's going to make Evos.
You think he's going to do something
similar
to the last game?
I think he's doing the exact same build, and I like it because remember the first two games, he did one build, Hyun did one build, and Hyun won. SEN did the same build again, Hyun did the same build again, SEN won.
Okay.
SEN is learning how he goes, he's fixing himself. And
making a few alterations in his play.
Yeah, well, he does throw up an Evo now, so I have to stop myself there. But I was getting pretty excited that he'd do that same thing. I think he's just going to probably grab missile attacks here. And, you know, just play the quicker third base style, which includes just one eBay and lots of Roaches and Lings.
One Evo, yeah.
Yeah, Evo. One Forge.
We have 16 Lings being made now. And And that Roach Warren almost done. Same here for Hyun, the Roach Warren almost done. And that Ling gets in here.
Good intel, speed not done, but still
sees everything he needs to know. And of course he also knows about that hatchery being made at the third base for Hyun. So Sen's Lings are coming out now. Can they force a cancel here on this hatch? Right now he's going for a lot of Lings in this game.
With the 2 queens coming up, he can't do it quite yet. He is making more Lings, but Hyun always likes to make a lot of Lings right now.
Oh, this could be bad.
Ooh, some multitasking. No,
barely keep up with us. So the Lings now retreat. More Lings are being made here.
All right,
In fact, I'm actually surprised Sen's. Okay, I was going to say, I thought Sen was turning around here. Hyun, not paying attention for a second, does lose a few Lings as Sen is now in pursuit with Hyun retreating.
Yeah, and we see just massive amounts of Lings coming out of Sen at the moment. Hyun has quite a few as well, though. Sen leads in Army Supply, but that's because he has 30 Lings in production. He needs to wait until some more come out, and then he can turn around once again.
Okay, more Lings have come up now. Don't forget that Armor is going to finish shortly here for Hyun, which will give his Lings a big advantage.
Yeah, that's
This
huge.
is a big difference between what Hyun does and everybody else does. Hyun has Armor every single time. Hyun is much more of a control player, investing into the later game. Oh, nice block there. But don't forget about that. Armor upgrade is about to finish. Hyun just backing up the last second here.
Oh my god, he's hitting right before that armor upgrade, though. This is a perfect timing for Sen. And the armor upgrade finishes, but already Sen has taken the advantage with the Lings.
He comes up here now. He's surrounding these queens. The Lings now coming up and getting another surround here. Drones will be taken out here as well. Hyun is evacuating his expansion. It will soon be 3 base 2. 2 right now.
It looks like it. That is a lot of Lings. In fact, even running some pass here, he's going to get the queen in the natural as well, Tasteless, and down goes to the third.
Sen retreats now. Another queen being hit here. Sen is everywhere. And it looks like the queen will just barely not be taken out there. Hyun still barely alive in this game. Again, 2 bases to 3, and he could actually intercept this drone. No, probably not, actually. Too many roaches.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I think too soon. He does get that drone and then backs away. Sen is playing absolutely brilliantly. Now, don't forget, there is an armor upgrade here that Sen does not have. What Sen needs to do is recuperate, get ahead in units, and probably strike again before the third is able to be utilized.
You know what? Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do here, Tasteless. He's already got that +1 missile attacks. He's going to have Roach speed before Hyun does. He has a good amount more drones and his third base up and running, which means more production and more economy. He is in a great place in this game right now.
All right, the hatchery is still being produced right now for Hyun as he attempts to get back on his feet here. Sen has also started armor and another missile upgrade here as well. We have lots of roaches being made here for Sen. It's actually 130 supply to 108. Army supply here for Sen, a little bit over 10 right now. Also, not really an option for Hyun to try to counterattack, at least not with the position that Sen's put him in, because Sen has these Lings in the middle of the map. That if Hyun were to send a small force out to try to get ready to counterattack, the Lings would hit him before Hyun could even touch Sen.
Yeah, that's very true. He also has good Overlord placement to the left-hand side of his third base to see any Lings trying to run in so he can easily react in time and not lose any drones. So everything looking very strong for Sen right now. And I think he's just going to wait for his 2-1 upgrades to finish. And at that point, he's going to be maxed out on roaches just about.
I think you're probably right, Artosis. I think now that Hyun is beginning to get back on his feet here.
Yeah.
You can see the drones have been transferred. Already, Sen is now at 173. And you can see an income that he's had much ahead of his opponent for a while now.
Yeah.
He's
Still
not far away from just making more units and blindsiding his opponent. Hyun is going to have to... Now, granted, Hyun's very good tactically. Maybe Hyun can outposition him here, but I think that's... I don't think Sen's going to let that happen, to be frank. I think we are going to go to 2-2 here and tie it up, but let's see. Let's see. Hyun never fails to amaze me with his ability to control his roaches versus other people's roaches.
That's true.
You can see he's already arcing out some of his roaches now, but my God, okay, that's maxed out.
Maxed out 2-1 finishing. This is
Sen Army.
A big advantage once again for Sen, like we were talking about before. This is going to be really hard for Hyun to hold. I really doubt that he's going to hold this attack.
Okay, the Lings are already coming up now. He's hoping to get some of Hyun's army out of position. Hyun not taking the bait. But this is just too many roaches here.
It certainly is. His 2-1 is done. The Lings hitting into that third base, taking out the Queen, taking out the drones. In the meantime, he has more roaches than Hyun as well, beating Hyun in every way.
Hyun is going to have to tap out, tying up this series 2-2 in the Taiwan Open Finals. Right now, Korea versus Taiwan. The roaches now come up in here, and this should be the killing blow. By the way, supplies 172 to 114. There's really not anything that Hyun can do at this point in time.
That's right. SEN has taken Hyun out in this game number 4. Hyun trying to hold on, trying to rally out roaches. He knows he's so good with them. Actually, if he can get something done.
I gotta say, Hyun's doing an amazing job of holding on to this. But if you look at the numbers here, okay, they're the rest of the roaches. I was wondering when they were going to get up here. Also, keep in mind that a lot of drones were killed there for Hyun too. But yeah, SEN is going to win this game. That's all there is to it.
Right, he's up over 80 supply right now, over twice the supply.
GG! 2-2 right now in the finals. It is a best of 7. SEN doing the same strat he did in game number 3. He failed in game number 3. In game number 4, he made the adjustments necessary and pulled out with a win. We're 2-2. And just another game closer to crowning the champion here for the Taiwan Open 2014.